Hi, welcome to Sprint Progress Report 6. You can see mostly everything working. HUD's up in the top left. I have some sounds implemented, all of the single sound effects. I haven't put in any of the looping ones yet, because I have to look into how looping works here. So, yeah. And death, respawn mushrooms, I get points for that, and my lives go down. When I reach 0 lives, I do switch over to an observer that doesn't do anything, but I'm not going to show that off because that'll take too long. Let's take a look at my text file. I'll go ahead and change some stuff to prove this works. Go ahead and turn on Spider. It should spawn immediately, and the Centipede should be smaller and faster as well. What do you know? Alright, so here's my wave manager. I go through every line in the file, get what it says, and then add the number afterwards. So I do have multiple options for true and false. Here's what I use to display the score. Special class with just a font, an array of glyphs, and values for the text and score length. I use that to update the score. I'm not actually getting rid of any glyphs right now. That's obviously bad. I will fix that at some point. It's just that because they're not game objects, I haven't necessarily figured out how to make a factory for them yet, aside from making them game objects, which I might just end up doing. Player. Yeah, this is a class. This is not the ship class. It's specific values for everything the player needs to keep track of, and the default values. Player controller, same thing. It has player 1, player 2 in attract mode. It has functions to switch class, or not to switch active player and to return the active player. So that's what that is. Sound controller, pretty much the same as the score controller, but with sounds instead. That should be fairly self-evident. And these are the 4 I'm using right now: the death sound, the kill sound, shooting, and the flee sound. And last but not least, the game controller. This is a new, well, it's been there for a while, but it's just been the default one from Asteroid. But I finally went ahead and took a lot of my level 1 C++ file stuff and actually put it into its own class so that I could run this once at the beginning of the game. And rather than having the level take care of all that, having an actual controller to take care of all that, that way I can start a wave when I want to. I can send a command to despawn everything. Lots of fancy stuff like that. Alright, so that's all for this week.